Good afternoon. My name is Constable Trevor McKenna, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hamilton Police Service as we provide an update on the shooting death of two males that occurred at 191 Candlewood Drive in the city of Hamilton. I would like to invite Detective Sergeant Mike Ebert to come forward.
Good afternoon. At approximately 2:25 a.m. this morning, the Hamilton Police responded to the residents on Candlewood Drive following reports of shots fired. When police arrived, officers located two males suffering from gunshot wounds. Both were transported to hospital where they succumbed to their injuries. The victims have been identified as 18-year-old Abdul Malik Shibli and 16-year-old Afaf Benafif. Both men were from Hamilton. Abdul Malik's family have shared an image of him. The investigation remains in its early stages, and investigators are working to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. At this time, police believe the shooting may have been retaliation for an earlier disturbance involving bear spray at a residence in the Hamilton's East End. Investigators believe at least 6 individuals attended the area of 191 Candlewood Drive, where an exchange of gunfire occurred. Residents in the area of 191 Candlewood Drive can expect a continued police presence for at least the next 24 hours as the investigation continues. Anyone in the area is asked to review any available video surveillance and contact police if they observe any suspicious activity between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. The victims' families are devastated on the loss of their loved ones and have asked for privacy at this time. Investigators encourage anyone who may have been involved in the incident to connect with legal counsel and contact police to turn themselves in. Anyone with information about this shooting is asked to contact investigators at 905-546-3825. I'd be happy to take some questions.
Detective Sergeant, you spoke about this earlier incident involving bear spray. You said it was retaliation. Can you just explain that? It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, so we believe that it was retaliation in the fact that the earlier incident had at least one individual that was involved in both incidents. So we're investigating the linkage there, and that's why we believe that. But again, it's still the early stages of the investigation, and we're still collecting evidence and taking statements and trying to figure out exactly what the circumstances are and the motive.
Have you arrested the suspect?
We have not arrested the suspect, no.
Where and when was that bear spray incident?
It was just before midnight down in the East End of Hamilton.
What general area? Like major intersection?
I would say in the area of Barton and Centennial area.
And the two victims, did they live in on Candlewood Drive, or did they travel there?
The victims in this homicide, I believe that they traveled there.
We have a witness who tells us that there was an incident where you see a bunch of men arriving at the address on Candlewood, and these men approach a home and they start pounding on the windows, and they're shooting with BB guns at the home. Is that an accurate witness account?
So we are still in the process of collecting video and witness statements. We have some of that in our possession. We do know, like I said, that there was some form of an exchange. Whether one was a BB gun or a real gun, we're still trying to determine all of those circumstances. But there was a group that were in the area, and we're trying to determine exactly what happened from the time that they got there until the time that the homicide happened.
Furthermore, this witness tells us they believe the suspect who comes out with the gun, with the firearm, is connected to an address on Candlewood. Do you believe the suspect lives within that vicinity of where the shooting happened?
So we believe the residence on Candlewood was a targeted residence, and that somebody in that residence was targeted in relation to this disturbance, but not the victim.
But is that person perhaps the suspect, the person who was the target of the BB gun attack?
There is a potential. Again, we're still collecting evidence as to what happened and what everybody's involvement was.
There was a red vehicle towed. Is that what the individuals arrived in?
So we have towed a vehicle from the scene. We believe that at least one or more of the individuals may have arrived in that vehicle. And again, we're collecting in the early stages of collecting video statements and so on. We've had the scene contained for the purposes of preserving everything there, and we're working our way through methodically to collect evidence.
Did the bear spray attack happen inside or outside of the home?
I'm not going to get into the specifics of that incident.
You said Barton, and what was the?
In the area of Barton and Centennial.
The two deceased, were they found inside the house or outside? You said that.
They were located outside. Yeah.
Are any of the group cooperating with police?
We have spoken to some individuals, but again, as to their specific involvement, we're still working on that.
Do you know who you're looking for?
Again, we're working on identifying individuals involved.
I heard that there's something to do with the Yemeni community that some of these people have belonged to, that we heard some discussions around. Is this something that's bigger picture or perhaps targeted?
Specifically, a specific community, not that I'm aware of being targeted. And again, we're still working on identifying the individuals involved, so I can't speak to what community is specifically they're from.
Was anyone injured in the bear spray incident?
Anytime that bear spray is discharged, there are some injuries. It's an irritant. In terms of long-term injuries, not that I'm aware of.
Were the victims the one who discharged the bear spray originally?
Again, we're still working on both investigations to determine the whole circumstance.
Were police called about the bear spray incident?
Yes, they were.
Have police located any weapons at the scene on Candlewood?
We are still actively looking for evidence. We still have a large area that is secured, and we're still doing searches in that area.
Do you have any idea how many shots were fired or how many weapons were involved?
Several. I know there was an exchange, but the exact number, I'm not prepared to discuss that right now. I'll take one more
How
question.
concerning is an incident like this where you have, it looks like, appears to be two groups of people where there's, and it starts with a, like you said, a bear spray incident. Now this is retaliation to the point of two people being fatally shot.
So obviously any time that there's an incident involving any sort of weapon, whether it's bear spray, a knife, a firearm, it's concerning. And we're doing everything that we can to find the people responsible in this investigation and hold them accountable. But any weapon that's involved in our community, there's obviously concern that we're concerned about.
So the assailants are still at large, and is there concern about more harm to the community?
So anytime that there's a firearm involved and somebody's in possession of a firearm, obviously that's concerning, but this was a targeted incident, and we don't believe that there's any peripheral threat outside of this. It was targeted at the time.
What about further retaliation? Are you concerned about that?
Again, not knowing who all the individuals are, I can't speak to that right now. Thank you.
Thank you. That will conclude today's conference.